Awesome. Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this review. For those of you that are my subscribers and have stuck with me, I really want to appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. And if you have no idea why I'm saying that, then click on the video. The little button should appear up at the top, taking you through to the video where I explain where my channel is at currently and where it is heading. That will give you a little bit of context into what I just spoke about. But today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix film, The Occupant, otherwise known as Hogar, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So what can I tell you about this movie? Honestly, this movie gave me a lot of feelings and emotions, and at the end of it, I was busy speaking to my co-worker. They're currently downstairs anyway, so if you hear a bunch of noise coming from downstairs, it's them, and they're saying hello. But I was busy speaking to him, just like, it's an incredibly complex story, and it left me, I had a lot to say about it, but I didn't know how to put it into words. And I'm going to try to explain my best without giving you guys any spoilers. But the movie starts off following this character named Javier. I really do hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And he starts off as this incredibly likable guy that just seems like he's a genuinely good father that's just looking out for his family. And by the end of the movie, it's the exact opposite. You feel like he's uncomfortably evil. Like, I was uncomfortable watching him. And so I just have to say the performances in this movie were absolutely fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed that aspect of the film. In fact, performances across the board were just fantastic. But I definitely felt something in regards to the actor's performance. I thought he was fantastic. Cinematography as well. Cinematography, the editing and the color grading in the film was absolutely fantastic. From the very first scene, which actually turns out to be an advertisement, and that's why it's so incredibly oversaturated, and how it contrasts with the rest of the film that does continue to incorporate these warmer colors as well as these cold tones. But there's a huge contrast between reality and fiction.
I hope you leave that part in when you're looking down.
I am including this part, don't worry.
Don't forget to subscribe to me.
Don't forget to subscribe to Callum, he's down below. I'll put a link in the description. He was also in another one of my videos that I did recently. I'll put the little notification up there, it should appear on the screen if you want to check a review that Callum and I did. It was called, what was it called? Twin Murders.
Twin Murders, Songs of the White City.
He always remembers the title, I seem to always forget it, but guys, check out that video if you want to hear more from Callum. Okay, so it does need to be mentioned that this film is in fact dubbed if you're going to be watching it in English, because it is actually Spanish in origin. So when I started watching the movie, of course, I decided I was going to start watching the dub, and then halfway through I swapped over to the original. And I have to admit, the dubbing was really good in this movie, and in fact, for the first time in a very long time, I actually preferred the dub to the original. I know not everybody's going to like that I just said that, but it was true. I thought the actors did an absolutely fantastic job with the dubbing. There were, of course, moments where the script would change to suit the translation, and you can see that within the subtitles. The subtitles don't always match up to what they're saying, and especially the lips move at different times to the words. But that always happens with dubbing, but I thought the dubbing was absolutely fantastic in this movie. Callum shouted from downstairs earlier, I don't know if I'm going to keep that part in regards to editing or not, but he shouted out that I must talk about the pacing, and I think that the pacing was intentionally all over the place at times in regards to this movie. But it was incredibly fun watching all these pieces come together, and you see his character motivations finally start to make sense, because at the beginning of the film, it's a little bit ambiguous as to why he's doing certain things, but by the end of the film it all makes so much sense, and it's kind of like this ooh, aha moment that I thoroughly enjoyed watching that all come together. The soundtrack for this film, honestly, is probably the weakest part of the film in my opinion. It's very forgettable, but it was used very minimally as well. I think that's something I really appreciate. I think sometimes people underestimate the power that a minimalist soundtrack can hold. And the minimal use of sound, when used correctly in this film, was handled very well. I probably didn't explain that very well, but basically what I'm trying to say is the music they used was forgettable, and the times they didn't use music was handled very well. Okay guys, but that was my review on The Occupant. I do apologize, you can see I'm very hot. I'm in the attic, it's terrible up here. But guys, thank you so much. Sorry? It's colder downstairs, but they're making noise, so I'm up here. But guys, thank you so much for watching this review. You guys really are the best. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. It will really mean the world to me. And if you want to know more about this channel, what I'm going to be doing in the future, then again, click on that link. It will take you to another video where I explain my goals and desires for this channel. You guys are the best. Thank you. You're awesome. I hope to see you again soon.